you're welcome back to today's broadcast. In fact, there's a fire on the mountain. The Yorubas, they are now coming out, start crying over the issue concerning Sultan of Sokoto, the way they are now leaving them, and they start aligning with the Biafran people. In fact, don't skip any part of the video. Make sure you watch it so that you understand what is going on, because this Yoruba man, the way he came out and they start claiming that Yoruba cannot be Islamized and this and that. But for how many years now, the Fulanis have been doing all the things they have been doing, none of them is speaking. But this time, it is when they start saying something, because of they have seen that the power is about to change from the Yoruba down to other parts. That is why they are now coming out, start saying that, and they cannot accept the Fulani idea or the Caliphate idea to Islamize Yorubas. In fact, according to a headline, it says northern governors secretly join Biafran movement to negotiate post-Nigerian economic trade deals. And also the northern people, the middle belts, since this month, or I would say since this year, many of them have been saying it, and many of the video we have been showing to you, when they used to come out and they saying that they will not be able and they cannot align anymore with their co-north. In fact, instead of this one Nigeria, this Fulanization and the Islamization to continue, it is better for them to align with the South, that the Fulani cannot be using them anymore like the way they used to use them before. And then, if you can see, the other day, the governor of Jos came out and started begging the Igbo people for the sin and for the evil they have done against the Igbo people, because of what their father, the Gowon, did against the Igbo people in the name of protecting one Nigeria. In fact, in this video, everything is in here. Just watch and you will see the way things is happening as about to watch. Like, subscribe, and share for everyone to see things going on in the country.
So it is better you talk to your boys to change their mindset from Islamization. It cannot work in this 21st century. Look, we'll be back in Nigeria to defend Nigeria, to defend Yoruba land, my nation, my nationality. Because you can't change my identity, and I will not accept that. In Yoruba land, we are 3-1. In the Hindu, the Holy One, the whole Christians, 99.9 Christians. In the Middle Belt, the 90% Christians. So why do you want to come and change our land? That signifies my argument that the Fulanis are the bastard in Nigeria. They are the bastard children in Nigeria. And the bastard children have infiltrated the land, and they want to take over the land. That is the bastard children. Omuale, Ile Yoruba, Omuale Nigeria. Nigeria, destroying Nigeria. The bastard children is destroying Nigeria. That is the Fulani. That are the Fulanis.
Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, let your heart not be troubled, as the tradition will always be. I will give you time to watch that clip from beginning to the end. But let me just tell you, take back home from this message. The Sultan of Sokoto says, and I quote, according to his post the other time, because do you know the reason why this man came out now to rant? The reason why this man now is ranting that Sultan of Sokoto wants to Islamize Nigeria is because Sultan of Sokoto declared no support for Tinubu's re-election. We know the games this guy are playing, but let me just tell you why I am making this video. Let me shock you. Do you know that Sultan of Sokoto now is looking how to get alliance with the Igbos against Yorubas? Because to them now, it's like Yorubas are beginning to be too wise. So, in conclusion, he is begging Igbos for alliance, giving full assurance that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will never pass 2026. According to message being released by Daily Trust, one of the most trusted Hausa Fulani news online. They never say anything. But let me just allow you to hear the sound of this man, this Yoruba man. That is not even the issue. When I come back here, then I will come down to analyze this message. They know the antidote. I repeat, Fulanis know their antidote. But let me just allow you to watch ranting finish, and then I have to go to Guano. Oh yeah, because what you go do?
So it is better you talk to your boys to change their mindset from Islamization. It cannot work in this 21st century. Look, I will be back in Nigeria to defend Nigeria, to defend Yoruba land, my nation, my nationality. Because you can't change my identity. And I will not accept that. In Yoruba land, we are 3-1. In the Hindigbo, they're only one. They're all Christians. 99.9 Christians. In the Middle Belt, they're 90% Christians. So why do you want to come and change our land? That signifies my argument that the Fulanis are the bastard in Nigeria. They are the bastard children in Nigeria. And the bastard children have infiltrated the land. And they want to take over the land. That is the bastard children. Omoale, Ile Yoruba, Omoale Nigeria. Nigeria, destroying Nigeria. The bastard children is destroying Nigeria. That is the Fulani. That are the Fulanis. Look, enough is enough. The Fulanis, we are pushing out to the wall. And I have to respond now. And I'm responding bitterly to you, Sultan of Sokoto. You got to behave yourself. Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. You got to behave yourself. That's the pure fact. And I would like you to tender apology to all Nigerians for that statement that Nigeria is an Islamic nation. 1999 Constitution supersede Sharia law. When 1999 Constitution speak, Sharia law quiet. That is the law. Sharia law cannot override 1999 Constitution. It is impossible. Where do you want to keep my section 10 that says Nigeria is a secular state? Where do you want to keep my section 38(1) that says I have freedom of religion? Why? Where do you want to put that? So please keep your Sharia law into the northern part of Nigeria. And as a matter of fact, in the 12th state where we have been practicing Sharia law, how many politicians' hands are few amputated? Can you educate me, please? How many governors? How many senators? How many House of Reps have you amputated their hand for stealing public money? But it's only the downtrodden guys going to amputate their hands, and you're telling me you are practicing Islamic to the faith? That is a demonic Islamic. That is demonic one. You lead the big men, you didn't do anything to them. Then you're now punishing the weaker one, the underprivileged Nigerians, the Almajiri people. No, that is a wicked God. That is a wicked Allah, not God. That is a wicked God, wicked Allah. But Almighty God is not wicked. We serve Almighty God. Almighty God is not wicked. It is only the Allah that will suck human blood in the act of Islamization, in the act of jihadism. The Saudi Arabia that is the father of Islam, they don't do it. So where do you get your own from? Don't hide under Islam. Let us know you are a conqueror. You want to come and conquer Nigeria and turn Nigeria to the Fulani land, and it is impossible. So we have our own equipment that we have set up to detect you guys 24/7. We are watching you in the forest. So you to know, we are watching you in the forest where you hide. All what you hide in the forest, we have seen everything. We are just waiting for the day to come and destroy everything. All your equipment you hide in the forest, Yoruba forest, we have seen it, bro. We're going to divide, we're going to destroy it. And this year, when I get home, we're going to destroy everything. Because I got the instrument which we use to see everything in the forest. I'm going to destroy it. So forget about Islamization in Nigeria. That your jihadists cannot work in Nigeria. Okay?
Welcome back, my wonderfully made Biafran brothers and sisters. Yes, I brought this message not to mock him or also not to agree with him. They know their antidote, and their antidote is that this man now will be funded very heavily. The reason why I bring this message is because we need to warn our people. The Sultan of Sokoto, or rather the Sultan of Sokoto and other cabals, they are working so hard to get alliance with Biafrans, because as it stands now, they have lost the alliance with the Yorubas. Tell me why, Kwankwaso, because in Nigeria politics, they never believe that if I senior you, I will be your deputy. They never believe that. In Nigerian politics, they never believe if I don't have more portfolios than you, like if I am the elder and I have more portfolios than you, or rather if I'm the younger one and I have more portfolios in terms of governors than you that is elder, so I'm supposed to be ahead of you. Because what they counted in 2023 against Kwankwaso pairing with P2B is that, oh, he is older than P2B, he have political, what do you call it, political relevance more than P2B, in the sense that, that he have already have many offices as Minister of Defense, as a two-time governor, as SSG, whatever, you know, all these things they calculate. You understand me? 2023, he says no. 4 years down the line, now you want to stay with P2B so that you can win the election. So they want to get alliance with Igbos to get the power back. This one that the so-called Mumu Gringo is jumping up and down, telling you, one time, two time, one time, two time. So that after one time, doing finish, then it will go back to the Fulanis, which is Kwankwanso, who is your deputy. And you will then support him. That is alliance between the Fulanis, Kabas, and the few Igbos, if not all. We have to be extra careful. These people want to use P2B against us. I repeat, these people want to use P2B against us. And if P2B don't take time, even if they give P2B that 4 years, if you don't take time, his name will enter as the worst president that Zoo ever produced, because they will never allow him to do anything. They will frustrate that 4 years until he end up achieving nothing. And at the end of it all, it will fall back on the head of an Igbo man. Yes, because you need to develop your own area. Tell me how many of all the whole people you have in top government in that zoo when they were working. I'm not talking about the time of Desam Mbakwe and that of Michael Opara. Who among them, since they call this thing they call what they call it, democracy or democracy, that have been at the top, that can quietly, come out comfortably and tell you that yes, I did something for my region? None. When Chuboka Adibo was the Senate president, what happened? Each time the Northerners are doing salah, he will buy trailers of cows, dashing to them because he want to buy favor. At the end of the day, what happens? They still use your own brother against you and remove you from the seat, even despite doing all those things. So these people will always like to use us. And the ones they are using is even the one you can think you will even imagine that how they go to school or they have brain, but all of them are brainless. The only thing through the other side of their body. You understand what I mean? They always think through the other side of their body. They never make this make use of their brain, because whenever they make use of their brains, they will achieve something. But the only thing they think about is their stomach, their girlfriends, their concubines, and their children alone. Most of them, their extended families are poor. Igbos have to be extra careful. More especially, P2B have to be extra careful. If these people use P2B against us, then we should forget about Biafra. I tell you the simple truth. I should tell you the simple truth. Because international communities are watching. But let's not go there. Well, this man made a very vital point. Exactly what is happening. They want to Islamize Nigeria. Something you couldn't achieve when the world was still blind. It is this 21st century you are going to achieve it. You know, it is not done. They are only wasting their time, wasting their money. Even those who are sponsoring them know that it is not possible. You can never do that. It is easy for them to Islamize the Yorubas, because Yorubas are bad. You know bad. Also, that is what they are. Also, bad is neither for air or for the land. It is in between. So that is why it is very easy for them to penetrate Yorubas. And the same Yoruba idiots are the ones who come online now begin to say the narrative of Igbo Muslims. When we shun them and tell them we have nothing of such, all of them shut their mouth. Oh, nobody is talking about that again. Now we get their antidote. Each time they bring all this fake news, we just only one post and share. All of them will shut up, because we are going to match it to them with facts. The only thing they carry is propaganda. Because we always match them facts to facts. You get the point now? So that is just the issue on ground. What do I have to say? You cannot come out and tell a South man you are a Fulani, you are a South. Okay, let's say from Niger Delta. You tell them you are Niger Delta Muslim, or Niger Delta Fulani Muslim. It is not done now. You come to Biafra land, they said you are Igbo Muslim. How does it sound? Something our ancestors fought against. Something our ancestors rejected. I didn't say the one they rejected for us is okay for us. But this one, we go teach you, say, may you go buy your fellow human being. simply because you defend the Allah. The same Allah who's supposed to fight for you, they say Allah is supreme. So anything that is supreme is supposed to fight for you, not you fighting for that in return. And you tell me you can lie just to defend that your God is going to forgive you. Is that a good God? It is in their teaching. This is not blasphemy. It is in their teaching. That's why you see them, every time you see them on national TV, they will tell you, I swear with Quran, I swear with this. And some people who don't have ideas say, oh, this man is very holy, he's very with Quran. Even the Quran itself have a content where it tell you, you can lie to defend me, that your sins are forgiven. The same way the Bible, the one going to church are doing. Oh, I swear with the Bible. Call any of them, bring Ogu, Amadioha, or whatever, your local gods. Give to them, let them use it to swear in. The one that have never compromised. Bring 3 or 4, give them to swear in with it, going into office. My brother, all of them will run from office. Because they know that all these things, both Muslim and Christianity, there's no any power there. It is high time that every government or every state will enact this as law. That anybody that's going to be sworn in will be sworn in by that state deity. Let me see any of them who will go there and tell you, God have forgiven me. Just like who put on them, man. Throwing bomb in a court, bombing and killing people for going to 8 years. Then went to church, carry one big Bible that is bigger than his head, and said, oh, as I confess now, God have forgiven me. People of Imo State, not Oba, but said people of Imo State must forgive him. You know you buy people. You know your government is bad. And he said people of Imo State must forgive him. And what happened? They say, yes, he have confessed. And as only confess, yeah, and go for Igbo, will give you that Bible now. Go there and buy people, and then come and confess and say, God have forgiven you. Then the government of the people, not even the people who now the government must only forgive you. My brother, you go land for Guantanamo Bay. Rubbish. Using religion to deceive people. When you talk, they say, you are talking to one that is bigger than you. Anyway, let us dissect the comment section. What do I know? I've said my own. I'm not here to drag anybody or drag your God. Prince K said, who is this man, please? People are applauding him. These are Biafrans. Michael Melody said, proudly Biafran. Who is this man, Biko? I want to bless him. Lord said, my people, the talented Yorubas, I stand firm, well spoken. Prince Luke said, freedom to Nigeria. Nigerians, you are right, sir. Head said, separation is the only way, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nigeria is bleeding. That is, according to this guy's display name. Tinubu is from Senegambia, and his role, purpose, and mission is to destroy Nigeria, and then he will go back to Senegambia. Chidi Mapungu, separation is the only solution right at this moment. Chioma Juliana, Anesiongu, thank you, sir, for saying the truth. God must surely bless you and bless your household. According to Joseph Ferdinand, say thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Keep it up. We are with you full time. Emmanuel Obenna, God bless Nnamdi Kanu, bless Amonekpa, and every Biafran out there. Michael Lodi, proudly Biafran. Facts and figures. Up to you, bro. According to this, our brother. Anyway, now we'll take a break here. More of these videos is going to be dropping on your doorstep anytime, any day. I am here to serve you because power belongs to the people. Without you, there will be no me. So I send my greetings to all my audience, both home and abroad. In any way you are watching me, my brother, cross my heart. I owe you a lot. In fact, I owe you dear to my heart. You are a brother, even if I'm not seeing you, even if I don't know you, even if I never meet you one-on-one, but you are a brother. Are you watching me far or are you watching me very close? My brother, my prayer for you is that each time you needed help, help will come from nowhere. My prayers for you that have been following me all these years, I pour my heart out for you. To tell you the gospel truth, I respect everything that got to do with you. Everything, your household, I respect you. And I pray that whatever your heart desire is, that this month of August will never pass you by. I pray that thing that have been giving you sleepless nights, my brother, in this month of August, it will never pass you by. And I pray and declare, as long as you are hearing my voice, as long as you are hearing the sound of my voice, you see this Biafra, you will be alive to witness it. You will never die prematurely. And that is how it's supposed to be.
Oh yes. In fact, what is happening and the thing that's going on in the country, I would say the best solution is to let every zone is a division. That is the best solution of the country. So anybody that is coming out telling you you need to do it this way, you need to do it this way, even the Obi that the Northern Caliphate they are aligned with right now, campaigning for, claiming that once he comes in, he's going to make Nigeria to work. We don't see so. What we are seeing is that it's going to put the Igbo into problem, because once anything start happening, the next thing you will start hearing is that Igbo have come to destroy Nigeria. Although Nigeria have already been destroyed beyond repair, but they will now turn everything against the Igbo people, claiming that they are the people that is destroying the country, but not even looking on the own person that has destroyed the country. And what this man said, if you see, you will know that the Fulani Caliphate in the north, all their power has been to conquer the whole country and to take over. And that has been what they have been doing since they want you date. And the main reason why they are not happy with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because of Mazi knows their tactics and he knows their roots. He knows every angle and every move they are moving. That is why you see they make sure that they sentence him, and they invited Yorubas, the Yorubas friend, their Yoruba brother, to do their evil work for them. Now, the Yorubas, they are now crying also after doing their evil job, claiming that they want to fight. The fight they want to fight with just mouth. We know that they are not going to do anything. They are not, because the Fulani knows them and they knows them very well. Let's watch the issue that is going on in Finland. Then Masanga dropped a very powerful speech to us. Just watch and then you will understand what is really happening in Finland as the case is going on.
Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, we are never in quarrel. Before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa was never in quarrel or does not have any problem.
In Nigeria, we need to separate, we need to divide. Let the Yoruba man go their way, let the Northerners go their way, let the Easterners go their way. This thing about one Nigeria is definitely not going to work, Chacha. Wallahi.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning across the globe. Today, we are here in the capital city of Finland, Helsinki. Most of us who have never been to this country, this was once a country of peace. It was a country that negotiated peace after the Second World War and brought about the boundaries that we see today. This is a country that I want to talk about, and how Africans have been disadvantaged in Europe because of the European laws and because of malice that has come from our governments in Africa. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today, from tomorrow and the entire week and 21 days within 21st, the world will witness one of the most terribly investigated cases. A case of bad investigation, corrupt intelligence, corrupt witnesses, corrupt international law. A case that violates. I am not here to say what the judge wants to say. I'm here to analyze the case from the evidence that I've seen, which is public, and both the evidence that have privy to, which is also, because I'm in the technical team of this. I'm not going to be shy. I've been, as an African, called to state my position. I will not go into details of the case because it is before court, but I want to do an analysis of what happened, what is it First of all, I want to find out, and I have asked, in this summons, there is no government of Nigeria official. The Nigerian government provided fake evidence, corrupt evidence, polluted evidence, doctored evidence, and brought it to this court because they wanted to catch an African whom they hated. This is it. They hated an African who was speaking about human rights. It is up to the court to find out the truth. Mine is to say what it is that we need to see in a case of this nature. This case proves to us that injustice, even in European Union countries like Finland, where I am, because some of these people think people cannot come. We have nothing. We talk about human rights. And Finland knows we talk about human rights. President Stab cannot stop us from talking about human rights. President Stab needs Alex Stab of this country, needs people to talk. There is nobody who can prohibit us from talking about badly the foreign policy of some European countries are subjecting Africans to a lot of injury. It is sad that on this occasion, Finland ignored to alert, to know the history, the political, the social, the economic, the security difficulties of a nation that had collapsed, a nation that had collapsed under terrorism, which has taken 3/4 of this country. Today, as we speak in Nigeria, there are more terrorists than there were some time back. But the reason why some people have been captured is because they say they brought it. But have we got all the kidnapped girls back? No. Let's go on how Nigeria has failed this case and why this case will fail. There is no way that a person who accused is Nigerian. The evidence used is from Nigeria. But what has puzzled me in the criminal justice systems of this country, Finland, I've been to all places in the city, in Helsinki, where I will not say my location because it is not worth stating the location, because I am here both as a Pan-African Forum associate with a battery of a few of experts of mine, and I'm here also as a Pan-African who defends Africa, and I'm here also who looks at in these international agencies. Does the European Union look at the entire world as equal? So let's take the example of Nigeria, for example. It accused, it wrote the Minister of Foreign State for Foreign Affairs, current Minister of Foreign Affairs, today flew in Finland several times. She is the wife of the former leader of Biafra, Ojuku, the model, that Minister of Foreign Affairs. She flew in here with the Minister of Interior. You see, Nigeria has a habit of abducting people. You remember the story of Umar Diko. The late Buhari abducted Umar Diko and put him in a coffin. Umar Diko was a neighbor of some of us in Surrey in the United Kingdom, down back home. But this man was abducted. So several times with some of us, we are new in this, not new actually, we are staying, and they say police cars going in and out. But some Nigerians had come there. So some of us reported, people reported, the people within the vicinity closer to the home reported that no, this man was taken and he's not anywhere. But Mohammed Buhari, the late, had put Umar Diko in a coffin with oxygen, with an Israeli seated in the coffin and everybody taking Mr. Umar Diko home. Nigeria has abducted people. Nigeria has done rendition. It has renditioned people from African countries. It has destroyed non-refoulement policy, allowed refugees who are registered in Nigeria. I have a case in London with them over the 10 professors, and they have to pay. I have put a caveat on the embassies of Nigeria and Cameroon. That's why you see Paul Biya cannot fly into United Kingdom and have medicine in the hospital. It is my effort. And I want to find out how this woman came. They wanted to abduct this man and take him to Nigeria. And we had to make noise. I am one of those who made noise. I wrote application to the European Court, alerting the European Court of Justice that there is a problem. 2 Nigerian planes have been coming to abduct this guy. They want to take this government here in where we are, connived. They kept quiet. We shall talk. We don't need to worry. What is it if you stop me from coming to Finland? My passport is bigger than Finland, so I can stay where I am. Yes, it doesn't matter now anymore. We have to tell this to Ambiane Ukweli. We have to tell these guys that it is not very good for you to subject us to come for business deals in Africa and you forget your human rights. Nigeria's human rights stinks. But no country today looks at Nigeria and condemns it. Everybody is keeping quiet. Everybody is looking quiet. There is no evidence. If Nigeria was really interested in giving evidence, why haven't they come? I've looked at the witnesses laid down. None of them is a government official from Nigeria.
You all have seen it, and you have heard everything he said. This David Masanga, the Pan-African leader. So, starting from the first day to this day, he has been in the forefront fighting for justice of the Igbo people, of the injustice, fighting for those who don't have power in government, and also fighting for African nation, those that have been subjected into suffering and the many things. So, he's the leader of Pan-African group. You understand what that is going on in Nigeria, and also you understand the thing that Simon Ekpa and Mazin Amdekano is passing through in the hands of Nigerian government, and you understand the fight of the Igbo people in Nigeria, starting from the first day to date. So you understand all those things, and then there is no any African country that they don't understand that Igbo have been agitating, fighting, and trying their best to leave Nigeria as a country and form their own country. But the British, who is the father of the country of Nigeria, they are still there manipulating, and they're trying all their best to keep everybody as one country according to them, but they know that Nigeria is not one. So God will keep blessing him, and he will keep getting whatever he deserves in his life. In Finland court case, you have heard everything he said concerning those who is coming there for document that been submitted. None of them is from the government, and all of them is being bought by Nigerian government for them to submit a fraudulent evidence against somebody they claim that is the cause of insecurity in Nigeria, when they know that Simon Ekpa is not the cause. So then everybody knows the cause of insecurity, the people that is buying people every day in the country, but they will not go straight to it. Instead of it, they will be rounding and rounding. They can never go straight to it. In fact, a lot is happening, a lot. On Monday, we'll still look on the end of the case on Monday. So as for yesterday, Friday, the case has ended of this week. So by Monday, the case will begin. That is how it is. I would like your comment and would like to subscribe and share for everyone to see things going on in the country. So thank you for watching.